It all began as a country boiled for change. The struggle for second liberation set the stage for a grueling battle between reformists and the masters of the status quo. It was a long, protracted battle that saw many fall by the wayside through bullet, others held incommunicado, and many left with lifetime injuries. Sounds of gunshots, the peppery smell of tear gas, air filled with smoke and dust, and the wailing of women and children, choking in the dark smoke of poisoned air.
Vita imetuchokesha huko ndani, tunawauliza mtupatie amani, msituue, mnatuia nini?
That was the way of life as the gallant sons and daughters of the soil fought against the oppressive, authoritarian and tyrant leadership of the Kanu regime.
When we are confronted with that situation, people tried within Parliament for those changes to come about. There should be a repeal of what then was Section 2A of the Constitution. And when the movement of reform within Parliament was not succeeding to transition Kenya into a multi-party state, then a decision was made that we need an extra parliamentary movement.
The 7th Parliament was tumultuous. It had a blend of vibrant young and old politicians whose agenda was to liberate Kenya. Chants of no reforms, no budget was their daily cup of tea. So relentless were these members of Parliament that they often interrupted parliamentary business, even in the presence of President Daniel Arap Moi.
Many veterans, like Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, like Masinde Muliro, Achieng' Oneko, Martin Shikuku, some of them who had partly been in Parliament and thrown out through rigged elections. Some of them had undergone detention. And together with a group of young politicians and reformers that included the likes of Raila Odinga, we had people like Paul Mwite, Gitobu Manyara, and some of the members who had been in a group in Parliament known as the Seven Bearded Sisters. Some of them joined this movement that was to push for change.
The liberation journey began with the formation of the Regional Ford. It was a formidable force that posed danger to Kanu regime. It later split into Ford Kenya and Ford Asili. One half led by Mzee Jaramogi Oginga Odinga and the other by Kenneth Stanley Njindo Matiba. A divided opposition in 1992 handed Kanu and Moi a lifeline, enabling it to win the subsequent general election.
Moi, eventually, looking at the situation in the country, the temperature, the political temperature in the country, he acceded to having a multi-party state at that famous meeting at Kasarani.
Popo alikuwa akiwalaghai wa ndege na wanyama. Akienda kwa wanyama anasema mimi ni mmoja wenu. Hamuoni kama nina masikio, nina meno? Ndege gani ambaye iko na meno? Anakaribishwa, anapewa chakula. Halafu kesho anaenda kwa ndege. Anamwambia ndege, mimi ni mmoja wenu. Hamuoni kama mimi nina mabawa, napaa angani? Mnyama gani ambaye anaweza kupaa angani?
That is when a big rally was organized in 1990 at Kamkunji. And a lot of people were beaten up, a lot of people died, and eventually there was pressure from the international community.
Kenya had to be liberated anyway.
Tunataka kusema ya kwamba kutoka leo mambo yetu itaendelea mbele.
In all this struggle, one man stood out, Raila Odinga. He was one among equals, but his heart, resilience, determination, audacity, and courage endeared him to the people. The clamor for the review of the Constitution was fired up when NARC took over power in the December 27, 2002 general election.
Moi now can call elections when he wants. We are ready.
Wananchi wa Kenya, akili za watu wa Kenya ni timamu.
Today, we are writing Kenya's history in golden letters.
Ningeomba tupitishe resolution ya kusema wataka katiba mpya ikamilishwe, iletwe bunge, tuipitishe, tuitumie. Nilisema juu ya kutafuta kura, tafuteni kura kwa amani. Kama mtu anakataza wewe kura, hapana kasirika, hiyo ni haki yake.
Raila Odinga was not just a politician, he was the grandmaster of Kenya's politics. The Kibaki Tosha moment was Kenya's turning point, and Baba played a pivotal role.
Harambee! Harambee! Tulikosana kwa KANU. Manake tulisema tunataka kuleta demokrasia.
Generous at heart, but a hater of oppressive leadership, he spoke truth to power in his quest to fight for the people's rights. In his bid to make Kenya a better place for everyone, some mistook him for a party hopper, but those who knew him understood his art of playing the game. He just wanted a better Kenya.
He said that the ODM does not belong to the register of societies. It does not belong to the courts. It belongs to the people of Kenya.
From KANU to Ford Kenya and to NDP, he fought fearlessly. And on to LDP, to the Rainbow Movement, and to NARC, his vision was clear.
I remember at one time as the ED being called by the party leader, and we sat in Honorable Najib Balala's office at Continental House. Then he was the Minister for Tourism, and our party leader was Minister for Roads, and I was the ED. So all the party, the Liberal Democratic registers, I was the custodian.
The bombers' talks of 2003 to 2004 brought fresh air into the struggle. In the summer of 2005, the clamor for constitutional change through a referendum began to take shape. The country was divided right in the middle, pitting the Kibaki administration, which supported the mutilated draft, popularly referred to as the Wako draft, against a group of silent politicians from government teaming up with the opposition. So hot were the temperatures that the Electoral Commission of Kenya boss Samuel Kivuitu differentiated the two sides by allocating a banana symbol to the pro-draft constitution proponents and an orange to the opposition.
So it's only you, not the other.
Tumerudi hapa leo kuuliza maoni yenu juu ya hii mambo ya katiba bandia. Wangapi wanasema hawataki nione kwa mkono?
Katiba hii iliyoandikwa haina sehemu ya walio wanyonge, haina sehemu ya minorities, haina sehemu ya watu ambao haki yao hawawezi kudumisha kupitia kwa numbers zao.
Pronoka grounds Mombasa leo imejaa kusema nini?
Ni afadhali tutupe nje, makosa yarekebishwe, ndio baadaye tuzungumuze.
After a gigantic battle, a resilient orange side handed the banana side a resounding defeat.
For no, orange, as you would like to prefer to call it, 3,548,477.
After we won, our cabinet members, including our current party leader, were shown the door and they were thrown out of the cabinet.
It was at this juncture that the idea of metamorphosizing the orange into a political movement was floated.
Then at that time, Honorable Najib Balala, Honorable Joseph Nyaga, and Honorable Raila Odinga, and President Ruto, and Honorable Musalia Mudavadi had shown interest in being presidential candidates. And so we told them that you cannot be chairman of this new proposed party. I was nominated as interim chairman.
Ebullient political leaders led by Mr. Odinga joined hands to make the orange dream a reality.
The registrar of parties had refused to register, but we managed anyway to register it.
I remember we mobilized as a group and went to the AG's office. As we approached, they closed the gates. We had to climb the Attorney General's office gate to access the AG. And I distinctly remember that myself, Janet Ongera, and TJ Kajwang actually climbed and forcefully made our way to the AG's office.
The orange journey has had ups and downs, but the resilience and hope have kept the bus moving.
The term orange was predominantly what defined the party. But we had colleagues, led now by my friend, Senator Mahanzo, who all this time as we were planning had a different plan. And at the very last minute, they took away the registration certificate, and we realized that our candidate of choice, Raila Odinga, did not have a party to vie on.
The team led by the Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka.
He was campaigning with his hand wiping like this. They eventually called it ODM, they eventually called it wiper.
We confronted the AG and we told the AG we will not leave until we leave with the certificate.
The journey of the ODM hasn't been an easy one. It has been uproarious, ear-shattering, and vociferous. It's been characterized by the quest for justice, a journey marked with smoke and dust, the smell of blood, and endless tears.
We were to celebrate in 2007, and painfully we were denied that chance. 2013 the same, 2017 the same way, and then brutally in 2022. So we have a reason to celebrate because we are the only party that has survived 20 years.
In just 20 years, ODM has been belligerent, intentional, poignant and caring.
Tunataka change katika nchi yetu hii. Na sisi katika ODM tulisema huyu Akwambo ambaye kijana amesema chajiusa can bring change katika nchi yetu hii.
Prime Minister, tunataka kukuambia tunaunga wewe mkono, tuko pamoja na tutaenda pamoja.
The shameless bungling of the 2007 general election was the lowest moment for the party members and supporters.
So we can't announce nothing.
But this song gave them hope.
I know that those decisions were not made by the president himself. But he had a team surrounding him that had the say. And I want you to do a bit of research, and you will come around names that really pushed, that the president then announces what he announced. If you remember, I can quote his words. Nimeambiwa, nimeshinda. Can you remember that?
Tuko tayari kuzungumza, kuleta suluhisho kwa mzozo huu. Lakini sharti yetu ni ya kwamba Rais Kibaki kwanza atambue na aseme kinagaubaga ya kwamba anajua alishindwa kwa uchaguzi huu. Yeye hakushinda.
Nonchalantly, Raila Amolo Odinga, a man with a golden heart, a forgiving attribute and prodigious energy, always put Kenya first.
Mwaka moja umepita sasa mpaka wa leo. Sisi wanachungwa mnaona hapa. Tumezuru Kenya, pembe yote ya Kenya. Tukizungumza na Wakenya. Na kila mahali tumeenda, Wakenya wametuambia wanataka mabadiliko.
Ile golden bag ya Nyayo ilizaa Anglo Leasing ya Kibaki. Anglo Leasing hiyo kazaa Mamluki, sio? Mamluki kazaa Mungiki, sio? Hiyo Mungiki mazaa ingine inaitwa Chinkoro ya Nyachai.
He tirelessly and vehemently campaigned for the passing and subsequent promulgation of the 2010 Constitution, which pundits refer to as the Progressive Constitution.
I bear my physical and psychological scars with pride. And this is because my country was worth it then and is worth it now. I bear scars of liberation with pride and embrace the blood, sweat and tears they cost me.
Kenya was blessed to have Raila.
Tsunami ilikuja haikukuja.
Mheshimiwa Raila Amolo Odinga. Your Excellency, karibu.
ODM was lucky to have Amolo.
Aya. ODM hoye.
Kenyans have seen democracy shackled, eventually strangled, and finally buried.
While Africa and the whole world were advantaged to have Odinga.
By the way, the tears from the torture chambers are still running, as you can tell from the handkerchief that never leaves my hand.
He was born, he saw, he fought, he witnessed, he conquered. With his benevolence, he mentored and nurtured politicians from the past.
My dear colleagues, let us begin anew and move ahead remembering that political humility is not a sign of weakness.
If I'm elected today, I'm confident I will proceed to be the next president of Kenya.
The present.
Na nina imani yale yatakayoendelea katika hii chama, kuna wengi wengine watasimama katika majukwaa kama haya waweze kuzungumza maadili ya ODM.
Na tumesurvive hii miaka yote kwa sababu ya uongozi wa baba. Na tumesurvive hii miaka yote kwa sababu ODM ni chama cha kitaifa.
Viti yote kuanzia kwa MCA, MP, Senator, Woman Rep, Governor, hata President itakuwa ni chama cha ODM. Chama chetu ndio chama cha kitaifa hapa Kenya. Vyama vingine ni vyama vya ambayo zinadili na sehemu ndogo ndogo ya nchi ya Kenya.
Najivunia sana kwamba miaka 20 baadaye mimi ndio katibu mkuu wa chama cha ODM, chama ambacho mmekikuza kwa damu, kwa jasho na kwa matabu mengi sana.
Kama chama cha ODM, we are prepared either by ourselves ama through coalition kuhakikisha kwamba tumechukua uongozi wa nchi.
And the future.
ODM.
Tunasema kwamba vijana, imefika mahali hii safari si ya baba, hii safari ni ya vijana.
As we remember our founding father, it behoves us to uphold his love for Kenya, good governance, a strengthened devolution, a home for equity and equitable distribution of resources, and a country of equal opportunities for everyone, regardless of their tribe, gender, or physical appearance. ODM remains true to the ideology and the principles it was founded on.
Mnapenda baba. Hata mimi nampenda. ODM ya pepea.
Raila has consistently fought for this nation. He has consistently fought for the new constitution.
Although the king is gone, his legacy lives on.
I, Raila Odinga, in full realization of the high calling, assumed the office of the People's President of the Republic of Kenya. Do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the people and the Republic of Kenya.
The king is dead, but long live the crown. Joey! Joey!
I've been to the mountaintop. I've seen the glory land. I may not get there together with you, but together you will get there.